This is Titan baseball catcher Dustin Garneau.
And this is the Titan softball catcher Lauren Lupinetti.
How did I become a catcher? I became a catcher my freshman year of college at St. John's University. Our catcher happened to quit that year, so somebody needed to step up, and I used to just catch my friend who was a pitcher, and my coach saw, and she thought maybe I could play some catcher, so that's how I became a catcher.
Fell into it.
Fell into that.
For me, it started in Little League. I've always caught. Haven't really played any other positions besides catcher, and I've always liked it because I played football, so I'd have pads on, I'd put the gear on, kind of felt the same with the mask and everything. And I always liked throwing guys out because I had a decent arm in Little League, so that's kind of where I fell in the catching and just loved it ever since. Haven't got away from it.
The best part about being a catcher is being in every single play and being able to direct my infield and pick them up when they make an error.
And for me, it's always being involved and being like the quarterback of the defense and always having a pitch come towards me to where I'm always in the game, not like, say, the outfield where you can take pitches off and there's not much going on out there. You always have to be in the game. You can't take plays off as a catcher.
The toughest thing about being a catcher is catching double headers, so it's about 14 innings, and just the wear and tear on my body and knees, and maybe a couple bad shoulder days, but that's about it.
I have to say the same. Probably showing up every day and getting your knees and legs warmed up to compete at a high level every day is probably the toughest part, but once you get past getting warmed up stage and your adrenaline's going, it's about it. That's probably the hardest part.
The part I dislike the most is blocking, and we have to do practice for blocking because I get huge balls on my knees from being bruised, and it doesn't go away for a couple days, and it sucks, and that's the worst part for me, and my knees hurt all the time.
Me, not so much that, but waking up the next morning is when I feel it, and when I go out to eat or something, or I have to stand up for a long stint of time or sit down for a long period of time, and then have to move my legs again, and I feel like I'm 90 years old, and I've never moved my legs before because they just tighten up and stick together, and that's the worst part.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but in class, I can't sit with a bent knee. I have to stretch it out, and I have to bend it and stretch it out. Yeah, because if you feel like you're old,
can't leave it in one position for a long time.
You can't sit Indian style because then you gotta straighten them out. I don't know if you guys ever do that, but okay, you can't sit Indian style. And after the meetings, I get to sit on one knee while everybody else stands because I can't stand that long. I don't know how you stand that long. I just take the knee. I take the knee. My most memorable catching moment was UCLA Regionals last year against Purdue. We were down and there was a runner on second base, and the hitter hit a ball to center field, and our center fielder made an awesome throw home, and I happened to kick my leg back just in time for the runner to hit my foot instead of the bag, and I ran back and tagged her out.
Mine was last year in San Diego during a midweek, actually. Not as exciting as a regional, but it was a ball to left field, and Gary threw a kind of a high ball up the line a little bit, and I had to go up and jump for it. And as I jumped, runner kind of took my legs out, and as I was falling down, landed on my back or on his back, tagging him, and then falling on almost on my face, pretty much getting him out at the plate. And the crowd went wild. It was a pretty cool play.
Dealing with pitchers in the sport of softball, we're dealing with girls, so you have to be more aware of their emotions when you're talking to them. I only have to deal with 2 pitchers, so this year it's been very easy for me. Unlike Dustin here, who has, how many?
I got about 15 to 20 to deal with. And for me, it's more about knowing the guys and getting to know the guys, both on and off the field, to where I can go out to the mound and either get in their face and the situation determines it, or caress them and mold them around to where I don't want them breaking down or getting too flustered on the mound. and being part of that mommy figure to them, or being the guy who's going to get in your face and make you pitch better to when it deserves it. And for me, I don't know how it is for Lauren, 'cause she only has 2 girls to catch, but pitching staff's a bunch of different kind of guys, and you got to know how to get around them. And just what's going on behind us right now, all of them think they're all-star infielders taking the ground balls and throwing them around. So they're definitely a different group of guys. You got to work around that. Okay, dealing with coaches and being the middleman, buffer man between us and the pitchers, for me, it's easy with Coach Toronto, because even though I've only worked with him for 2 years, I know his body language, he knows my body language, and he trusts me to go out there when I go out there to talk to the pitchers instead of having him waste his trips. And he puts a lot of faith in me to where I can control the pitchers, and also where he asks me about pitches to where I give him back information. And so we have a pretty good bond like that. But when it comes down to it, he's the head guy, and we go off of what he says, and we trust him for it.
For me, we're working on a lot of things this year as far as communicating with my coach, our pitching coach. Last year I called my own games, so it was really just on me, but this year she's decided to take the role of calling all the pitches, and I think we're learning a lot about each other and how she can trust me with some things I really want to say about, what pitch we should call on this count or not. But it doesn't seem to be too hard. It's very easy for me to approach Dee with anything.
For me, if I could play another position, it'd be third base, because of everybody would want to be a shortstop, and I don't find that position, like waiting on balls and having to go range and all that, I don't find that too much fun. But third base, where it's bang bang plays, balls hit smoked at you, and being at the hot corner, it sounds a lot more fun to me than playing short. So yeah, be third base.
Well, I'm going to be the person who wants to play short. That's definitely a position I would want to play, just because I think it's a star position, and I think it would be a lot of fun because I've never really played it.
No.
You're doing a blooper reel? Okay. Do I need to say hi or something?
You can say
okay.
Is the camera on?
Not on you.
Not on you.
Okay, the toughest thing about being a catcher in the game of softball, we played double headers. Dang it, gotta do it again. Sorry. First, go first.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
All right, I'll go.
For me, my most memorable moment, man, I'm sorry, man, I don't know. I can't think of one right now. That's my turn to be the idiot.
Okay,
so.
that's fine. Okay, then you can go first, so mine sounds even better at the end, right? Or you can flip it that way.
Okay.
If you don't have a didn't you go to the World Series?
I didn't catch there, though. So thanks for that.
It can be, I'm sorry. Hey, we have a big timer type of, dang it. I'm sorry, Dustin.
Don't worry about it. Get 2 hours of film.
I don't think that's sounded right. Okay, I don't want to do it again. All right.
Wrap it, zip it, lock it, throw it away.
Sorry.